how much 50% sulfuric acid, H2SO4, is needed to make 0.75 liters, which is around, or it is 750 milliliters, of 20% sulfuric acid. So this formula, V1C1 equals V2C2, doesn't matter if it's molarity, or it doesn't matter if it's any other kind of concentration, percent, like we measure the strength of alcohol in, like 40% vodka, things like that, is a fine, you can use that for concentration as well in this formula. So this is basically, if we wanted to say it's not 50% sulfuric acid, basically we're taking the 50%, if you wanted to say it's rum or something, and you put your pop in it, and you want to dilute it down to something a little more palatable, like 20%, you could use this formula here. So it doesn't actually matter what the units are in this type, as long as it's their volumes and they are some kind of way of measuring concentration. So the question is then, how much 50% sulfuric acid, so that's the big concentration, that's the starting volume then, so we want to know how much do we need to start with so that we can make a volume 2 here of 0.75 liters of the new concentration, which is more dilute, 20% here. So we've narrowed it down. So the question is, how much do we just start with? We'll put some water in so that we raise it up to 750 milliliters, or 0.75 liters, and now the new concentration will be 20%. So we start filling our numbers in the formula. We don't know what V1 is. C1, though, we know the concentration of that original H2SO4 is 50%, and that's going to equal the new volume that we're trying to make it to, 0.75 liters, times 20%. So V1 times 50 is V150. 0.75 times 20 equals 15. And so now we want the V1 by itself, and since V1 is being multiplied by 50, the opposite of that is divide by 50. That's how you get rid of it on that side. But what you do to one side, you must do to the other. And so V1 then will be 15 divided by 50, or 0.30 liters, or 300 milliliters. So what this means is, if we want to make 0.75 liters of 20% sulfuric acid from our stock, say, of the bottle is 50% sulfuric acid, we'd need to start with 0.3 liters, or 300 milliliters, add some water till we get to 750 milliliters, or 0.75 liters, and now we'll have a new concentration of 20%, so much more dilute.